Hmm. Well, good evening. Top of the morning to ya. Let's get straight into this shit. Let's get right into the news. Indeed. Son of a bitch. Let's go. Welcome back, Destiny. Welcome back, Shauna. Welcome back, Michelle. Our resident person, our resident one person that isn't in the Discord, Michelle. And Remy is here as well. Thank you for liking the live, Destiny and Shauna. Appreciate you guys so very much. Thank you for addressing me properly, Remy. Appreciate that. Thank you for sharing the live, Destiny. We'll get straight to it. Sharing the live, reposting the live, and liking the live. These things matter the most early on. I am lovely. How are you? Good job, Shauna. 10 people. More than 10 people. Mm-hmm. Well done. Good for you. Was it 15? Was it 15 that you shared to? I didn't know that there was a limit to it, but that makes sense. No idea, Carrie. No idea. I've lost count. It's been a long time. I've also cut it since. So since I started growing it out, it wasn't like I just kept it growing all this time. I've had a haircut in between that time, a couple years ago, I think. But it wasn't all the way back to short. So, you know, it's really hard to say. Hey, Rivers. Good morning to you, Destiny. Mm-hmm. So let's get it, you know. It's fucking Saturday. So unfortunately, it's going to be one of those days. You guys will get more attention from me, most likely. And also, it's late / early, depending on where you are. So that's good. We love the travel, Remy. We sure do. But you're here. You showed up, you know. That's what matters. That's what matters in my book. Thanks for the feather mask, Sean. I love that. Do love that. Thanks for liking the live, Remy. You're right on it. Right on it. So, yeah, it'll unfortunately be one of those nights on the stream. That's too bad. Hey, Raven, what's going on? Yeah, well, good. A day in bed is nice sometimes. Nothing wrong with that. Relaxing, nothing wrong with that. How old are 3? That makes sense. How old are you? I've had that question asked twice now in the past, 2 minutes? I don't answer it because I let the community answer it. I let the community answer it and tag you in it. And Shauna, if you can scroll up in the chat, and Remy, if you can scroll up in the chat, somebody else asked it as well. So send it again and tag them in it too, so they can see. I was just waiting for you guys to catch it, but you didn't see it. Thanks, Raven. I appreciate that. I'm glad you saw. Very good. Thanks, Rivers. Appreciate that. There it is. You guys all did it at once. Look at that. 3 in a row, and they all just went. Exactly, Remy. We got this. Thanks for the follow, Raven. Welcome to the community. Thanks, Puppy. I appreciate that. I'm glad you think so. Hey, Sarah. Welcome back. Hola, Isa. Already at 3K. Remy, Shauna, Rivers, Destiny. Killing it. This is amazing pace. This is actually amazing pace for ever. I mean, this is amazing pace, period. So that's pretty amazing. That's great, Sarah. I'm glad that you're here to stay. That's what we want. That's what we want, baby. That's what we want. That's a good one, Matthew. Welcome to the stream, though. Appreciate you. Oh, shit. I still have my AirPod in. Not that you can see it. Meant to take that out. AirPod in. Not that you can see it. Meant to take that out. Sorry, I had to make sure I changed the input. I didn't know if the microphone was going through to the AirPods or the microphone. Anyway. Not too much. Tracy, how you doing? Rivers, thanks for sharing the live with 15 people. Amazing. Appreciate that. Really appreciate you guys sharing and reposting. It's going good, Matthew. Stephanie probably did fall asleep. I would not be surprised at all. I would not be surprised in the slightest. Nah. Remy! Let's go. Remy's going wild. That is what I like to see. So, what do we got here? Remy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thanks for sharing the live 5 times. Raven, thank you for sharing the live. And Remy, thank you for reposting the live indeed as well. And an additional share. Beautiful. Gabiola. Okay, that's such a weird... That's such a strange thing to say, Raven. I don't want to be weird, but you are really good looking. Anyway, I'm scared now. But goodbye. I mean, I guess it's not that strange, because what you're saying is, I'm way too scared to say that you're really good looking. I'm afraid of what your reaction is going to be to this message, so goodbye, I'm leaving before you can provide said reaction. Okay, like, alright, that's That's kind of wild, but thank you. You've been here through like multiple people saying the same thing, and did I have a crazy reaction or something? No. Well, welcome back, Sophia. Shauna, thank you for the 2026 times 100. Yeah, well, that's good, Shauna. That's good she did follow, so she'll come across. It'll come across. She'll be here. You know, at some point. It'll happen. Thanks, Des. She's a salty sow. She is indeed. It's my favorite mug, and it's one of my very few mugs. But because you gave it to me, it is my prized possession. That's awesome, Rivers. I love that. Yeah, like I don't think anybody should be getting upset or pissed off or anything like that from a compliment. I mean, that would just be wild. But maybe some people do. Maybe in her experience, that happens far too often. Who knows? I mean, I get it though. I get it. It's for some people that might be a nerve-wracking experience. That's perfectly fine. I don't mind. But I wish she wouldn't have left. She was liking the stream, but maybe she was actually just gonna leave anyway. Typo, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the community. And we're liking the live. Very good, very good. We're almost at 10K already. Killing it, killing it. That's good stuff. That's good stuff. So, I found out a new, it's like, oh, that's insane, Remy. Okay, so that does happen. And this wasn't even like a heterosexual remark. This was just a girl giving a compliment to another girl to be kind, and you got blocked. Ooh, yikes. What's going on in that person's mental scaffolding to be blocking you for that? I don't know. Jasmine, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the community. Yeah. So anyway, I learned a new thing recently. Today, I learned it actually. Rachel, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the community. I learned a new thing, and that was that it takes a very long time to get my TikTok full streams pulled from TikTok to my computer. Like, no joke, it's like 30 minutes per stream. And I've been going through from Christmas until today to pull the streams so that we can get them on the Full Stream Archive YouTube channel. And it's like 30 minutes per. It's insane. It takes so long. So I've been doing this all day. They're still going right now because I have to do them one at a time. So by tomorrow, I'll have them all on the Full Stream Archive channel. That way, I'm not just doing it for the Twitch streams as well. Like, the stream exists on TikTok as well. So when you guys miss a stream, or you just want to rewatch a stream or rewatch a particular moment from a particular stream, you're going to be able to do that for the TikTok streams as well, which would be great, which will be really good. All the clips that I post to TikTok from the stream highlights that I post to TikTok will also go on the Jackson Downer Clips channel. And I've made so many new clips for my TikTok profile in general. So we'll have a lot of new TikTok posts coming very soon, because I'm trying to do more around the TikTok stream. Because I did a lot around the Twitch stream, and I'm just going to do the exact same stuff that I was doing around this. It's hard because it's vertical video here, so it's not super YouTube friendly, but it is very shorts friendly. It is very TikTok friendly, and so I'm just going to bite the bullet and do it, because the people that want to see the full stream archives of the TikTok stream are going to be okay with it. They're probably going to be fucking watching it on their phone anyway, so if you full screen, if you're in vertical mode on YouTube and you full screen it, you're going to see a full screen vertical view just like you would have on your phone on the TikTok live. So it's really not that big of a deal anyway, to be fair. So anyways, I've been doing that shit all day, so that you guys have more to view, more to watch, and more to go back on, and more to refer back to if you've missed a stream, things like that, because everybody loved that with the Twitch stream. So I'm just going to continue that with the TikTok as well. And if we go back to Twitch here and there, I'll still continue to do it for those two. But any stream that I have will be done that way. Thank you, Itzel. I appreciate that very much. Thank you, Shauna. I appreciate that very much. Thank you for agreeing, Remy. Zoe. $10K indeed. Yeah, well, $12K actually. Thank you, Remy. Perfection. I don't know about that, but exactly, Sophia. Over 10K indeed. You're very welcome, Nita. I'm happy to be here. Thanks for the Go Popular and the Super Popular as well, Shauna. Yeah, it's the dedication really just comes from showing up here every night. That's the dedication, because that's the thing that requires dedication. Uploading to the stream archives, uploading and doing the clips and things like that, that's for you. That doesn't really require dedication from me. That's fairly easy to do. And in my eyes, I don't want the live streams to just die after they're done. You know what I mean? So, we have a lot of good, honestly, some of our best stream moments and the bulk of our stream lore, have occurred during the TikTok live streams, not the Twitch ones. So I would be doing a disservice to everyone and the community if there wasn't an archive that we could refer back to, or a new person that really likes the streams that wants to go back and watch, whatever stream they want, or all of the streams forever. Just for instance, same thing with the clips. The clips will help grow the community and things like that, but also give you guys some good outtakes, best moments from the stream that you were either a part of, or best moments from the stream that you happen to miss, maybe. Unidentified, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the community. No worries, Rivers. And thank you, Remy, again for saying that it's true. Hey, Mary. How are you unidentified? For instance, by the way, you know, there's some streams that you guys will particularly say, like, oh my god, this was like one of my favorite streams ever. Oh, I really loved when you did that particular thing in that particular stream. Well, now you can just go back and fucking watch it. Boom. There you go. It's there. It's there for you. You can watch it again. You can see it again. And re-enjoy your favorite moments. And also, you're in it, most likely. If you're saying, oh my god, that stream was amazing, blah, blah, blah. Like, well, you're in it. And you're hearing, you're going to get to hear me, speaking to you or whatever. Or if you were just watching and not saying anything, you were still there. So, that's important. That's important. For those of you. Because again, this is just shit I do for you. The dedication really just comes from like, oh, I'm really tired, or it's, I've literally had no time to myself. But I still come in and do it. And like even on a night like tonight, it's extremely late, right? It's extremely late. I would never on a weekday start the stream this late. But because it's late and because of the fact that it's Saturday and a lot of people have plans and things to do, there is also the whole fact of there's not going to be as much people in the stream. So that is what it is. And I'm still here though. That's where the dedication comes through. Thanks for the follow, Jason. Shauna, thanks for the mic champ very much. That was awesome. Yes, it was. Thanks for the mermaid times 100. Amazing. Thank you for the double firework times 5. The other big thing is that it's not just the streams dying as soon as they're done that I hate, but it's also the advice and the facts and the lessons and the seminars and everything that I do for you. All these teaching, learning lessons, or just advice, or whatever it might be. I don't like the fact that those die either. That sucks. Especially because, like, I can go back to any of my Twitch streams and watch those on YouTube, and fucking there they are. Great, good. Like, none of the advice from those streams died, but there's always new stuff that I'm telling you guys. And so to be able to have that also immortalized and be able to refer back to, but also for new people to be able to see. And what's extra cool is your questions sparked that conversation. You know what I mean? So throughout all of this stuff, you might see a clip where you remember you asked that question that caused me to go on that topic and speak on it and all that stuff. So you're very much a part of it. I don't talk very much unless you guys are talking. So, because I just don't want to sit here and talk about a bunch of shit that you don't care about. Like,
most of the things that I've said from the start of the stream until now have been shit that you don't care about. Most likely, for the most part. And that's fine. But that's what I'm saying. That's why I don't do it. I just wait until somebody kind of says something for a minute if that's necessary, and then I'll respond to it, go on a long tangent if I feel or if I have things to say about it. But thanks for sharing the live, Destiny. Thanks for the double firework times 5. I think I already said that, but there you go. What's going on, Amanda? Well, it has nothing to do with what I want to talk about. It's whatever you guys want to talk about. It's whatever you have to ask or say. That's what we do. Can you be more specific, Jason? Can you be more specific? What kind of addiction? What recovery method? Okay, you say yes, so that means you can be more specific. Great. So go ahead and be more specific. I'm glad to hear that, Shauna. Yeah, well, that's what I mean, though, is that when it comes to things that you guys are asking and saying, of course you're going to care about it. And I'm not here to, talk to myself. So obviously, that's why I just prioritize you guys speaking. Me answering things that you guys say to me is really the priority, 100%. It just so happens that most of you end up saying or talking about things that I can speak on at length, in depth. Lexi, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the community. Who do you want to talk to? I do not understand the question. I'm working on an initiative to help people in my area with transportation. Well, if that's all you're saying, in terms of where I stand on transportation for people in addiction recovery, then I would have to say, sounds great. I stand on the side of the aisle that says, that's great. It goes wherever you want it to. That's the point, Amanda. It just goes wherever you want it to. And if you need an idea of where things go, just go to my TikTok profile, look at stream highlights, or, go to the YouTube channel, watch previous stream archives. They're all there. You can get a good idea, but the stream is what it is. I'm here talking to you, answering your questions, responding to what you say to the best of my ability. Hanging out. Just chatting. I'm not sitting here and just playing a video game for you to watch. I'm not sitting here and just playing a song for you to sit back and enjoy. Like, I'm actually engaging you. And that's what it is. It's real. It's real, it's raw. It's uncut. It's wild. I'm glad you do, Amanda. Hey, Lauren. Okay, the next TikTok stream has been downloaded. It took from the beginning of the stream until now, so that was about 30 minutes. Yeah, I was right. 30 minutes per. Insane. Next. Boop, boop, download. And that'll probably be another 30 minutes. What do you know? Yeah, well, if you see deep things in me, Amanda, I would say you're not wrong. I would honestly say that you're probably not wrong on that respect. Guys, 20K likes. We just crossed that threshold. Amazing work, amazing job. Killing it. Killing it, killing it. Well, that would Samantha, fair enough. Like, but the only thing is that would disregard so many people that are recovered addicts that are like some of the best people that I've ever seen or known. Like Steve O from the Jackass movies and stuff. Like he's been free of addiction for a very long time, and he's like one of the most down to earth, incredible people I've ever seen. You know, and there's so many more like him. And I've met some people that you would never know even were addicts. But there are some people that don't want to change, and there's some people that are in the throes of addiction, and when they're in the throes of addiction, they're going to be very untrustworthy. They are going to probably steal from you. They are probably going to do whatever it takes to get the next fix. But if they want help and they go through it, the recovery process, and they can stay clean, and you know, it's a fight every day to stay clean and stuff like that. But if they can, and they do, you know, people can redeem themselves, I think. Once an addict, always an addict. Yes, that's true. Addicts will all tell you that I am an addict. That's their mantra, that I'm always an addict. I always will be, because I always, you know, want I if I could, you know, if I just disregarded all of the terrible things that would happen to me, I'd go back to it in a heartbeat, because they love it. That's how their brain works. And honestly, most people would. Like, if you gave in and tried meth a few times, you'd probably be in the same position, to be totally honest. And if you haven't, you know, it's just is how it is. They're incredibly addictive drugs for a reason. But there's a difference between recovering and in the throes of addiction, right? Like, if you help an addict that is in the throes of addiction, then you are probably, yeah, like in there is a large case, you know, there's a large example of people that would say you probably don't want to trust them. But then on the other hand, if you help somebody that's been in recovery and they're just trying to do their best, then you should help them if you can, or whatever. But it just depends. It's either or. And that's also, by the way, just a situation of how is this person as a person, you know? Like, just because somebody's an addict that's been through recovery and now they're just a person that's sober, off of the hard drugs, they still might be somebody that you shouldn't trust just because that's their personality, you know? Like that, like, you can't just label somebody addict and now they're only that, and that's how they are and how they've always been. But yeah. Yeah. So anyway, yes, of course everyone's addicted to something, Amanda. Of course everyone's addicted to something. If you tell me that you're not, you're fucking lying. Because that's such a vague blanket statement. Like, it's basically like somebody that says, this horoscope really speaks to me here. I believe in astrology because the horoscopes are so accurate to me. Meanwhile, the horoscopes are written in such a way that make it so they're applicable to anyone and everyone who reads them. But they're written in such a way that makes you feel like it's kind of special to you. Like today is going to be a great discovery of yours. And you're like, holy shit, you know what? I did discover that new snack at the grocery store and I really liked it. Astrology! Fucking A, dude. No, it is true. It really is. Astrology is not fucking real. But anyway, and it's verifiably not real. So you simply cannot argue with that. But that's fine. People think addicts are bad. It just depends on, addicts aren't objectively bad. Number two, everyone's addicted to something, yes. So let me go on that point just a little bit. The point of that, for me to say that, is just that it could be that you're addicted to being kind to people. You're literally addicted to it. You cannot stop doing it. You could be addicted to playing guitar. In my case, I'm actually not addicted to that, but because I don't play it every day or anything, but you could be addicted to social media. You could be addicted to coffee. You could be addicted to watching cat videos. I don't know, but it doesn't matter if it's negative or positive. It just is. We all have something that we really want to go back to. We all have something that really makes us truly happy. But there are positive and negative addictions, meaning that there are things that positively and negatively affect your life that you can be addicted to or not. Why don't you look it up, Amanda? I don't have a dictionary in front of me if you're going to be pedantic on me. I think we all understand the general meaning of addiction, though. It's not that difficult of a concept to grasp. However, if you need the dictionary definition, you are on your phone right now. I don't have mine in my hands, so you can always go ahead and look it up for yourself if you need that. Thanks for the follow, Chris. Thank you, Moonlight. I really appreciate that. Oh, and thanks for the follow, Enrage, as well. And yeah, Remy and Shauna, what you guys were kind of going back and forth on up there, I, of course, agree with that. Actually, Amanda, addiction is something that you just need to go and look at the dictionary and see the definition for. Because simply, if you want the definition of addicted, like you asked for, go to the dictionary and read it. And there's the definition. You don't get to change the meaning of a word just because you feel like that's the meaning of the word. The word is what the word is in the dictionary, and that's the definition of it. But I don't know what it is. So I'm not here to debate the dictionary definition of what addiction is. But I know that anything you can't stop is not what the sentence after addiction is in the dictionary says. I know that for a fact. Okay. The fact or condition of being addicted to a particular substance, thing, or activity. There you go. You were wondering, so there is your answer. Well, you're debating the meaning of addiction. You may not be debating the meaning, you may not be debating the definition, but to debate the meaning is to debate the definition, isn't it? I mean, because what is the definition? It is the meaning of the word. So I don't get to say that cat means dog because I feel like it means dog, and we can debate that. There's no debate there. You know what I mean? But I appreciate it, Amanda. I'm glad you're very active in the chat. I'm glad you're liking it. I appreciate that. Yeah, well, you know. There is indeed many, many things that you can have opinions on, and there are many things that are not definitional, and many things that are up to interpretation, for sure, for sure. Absolutely. T3, thanks for the follow. Well, I'm not questioning it, though. I'm not questioning the definition or the meaning of addiction at all. I fully understand. I think I understand addiction more than most people. Because most people, honestly, will say, no, I'm not addicted to anything. And then I have to go in a step further and say, I guarantee you are. Do you drink coffee? Yes? Okay. What happens when you stop drinking coffee? Well, I get headaches, I get kind of irritable, I don't have as much energy, blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, you're addicted to coffee. Just because you're not addicted to heroin doesn't mean you don't have an addiction. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy how many people kind of like fall on that side of the aisle. But, you know, people don't think through things as deeply as other people do. It just is. That just is. Hey, Hugo. Eternal, thanks for the follow. Yeah, Chris, exactly. You're not going to know you have a problem until it affects you, like, severely enough for you to realize, like, I have a legitimate problem. Or somebody else tells you you have a problem, and then you sort of have to self-reflect and make that judgment call for yourself. But yeah, I think most people don't really like cognitively think like, I want an addiction today. You know, they just get into something, whether it's a positive hobby or activity or a negative one. Who knows? You know, like drinking alcohol, it can start out as a positive activity. So that's where it's weird, you know? Like it could start out as a positive activity. You're just socializing with your family or your friends or whatever, and maybe that is the positive scenario we speak of. But then you realize, like 2 years later, that you haven't not drank for the past 2 years every single day. Like you've drank every single day for the past 2 years, and then you have to kind of realize, yeah, I probably have a problem there. But it started out positive, but now it's started negatively affecting you because now you're not getting really good sleep. You're starting to make really stupid decisions. All you do is party, whatever it is. You know, you can start something in the best sort of intentions, with the best sort of intentions, but it can turn bad. And like Chris said, it can take a while for you to even realize that it's negatively affecting you at all. Certainly can. Yeah, Eternal, I think we have a lot more than we think, you know. If you really do a sort of a internal review of yourself, there's a lot of things you're addicted to. Probably. Most likely. A lot is vague, but it very well could be the case. So you're just being honest. And that encompasses positive and negative aspects. Lydia, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the community. Okay, this is almost, it's like halfway. The stream's halfway done. Not this stream, but I'm halfway done downloading one of the previous streams anyway. Well, that's exactly it, Shauna. That's a great way of putting it, that I didn't say. Because the people that I was referring to that that say, like, no, I'm not addicted to anything, they're not thinking in terms of that. They're not thinking in terms of that addictions can be good, positive things, and they're also not thinking that addictions could be drugs like caffeine or nicotine that are legal. Like, addiction obviously doesn't have to mean an illicit substance, a prohibited substance in whatever country you're in. You know, and a lot of prohibited substances in your country aren't even prohibited substances in other countries, you know? So what? It's an addiction over there, but it's not an addiction here? What are you talking about? You know, so no one, it's a moot question. It's a question that is automatically not possible to answer in the what? How did you ask it? Not addicted. It's impossible not to answer in the affirmative. It's literally not. And even if somebody did answer you, Amanda, and they said that they didn't, then they would probably be able to defend it pretty well because they wouldn't be intellectually honest whatsoever. They wouldn't, you know, like they'd just be able to be like, no, I don't. You don't know them, so you don't know. You wouldn't be able to really actually take a look at their life and be like, oh yeah, well, you are addicted to this, but you just don't realize it, you know? And yeah, Chris, you would be surprised because it's damn near impossible. Unless you're a fucking Tibetan monk, okay? But at the same time, that's not even true because Tibetan monks are addicted to equanimity and meditation, for instance. You know, like they're addicted to things too in those cases. So I may actually have to go even further to say that no one is not addicted to anything. Everyone has their fucking thing. Like, everyone has it, positive or negative. Addiction is not a negative word, and addiction is not a negative term. It means, in a lot of contexts, it has a negative connotation, unfortunately, but an addiction is not necessarily a negative word or term or meaning at all. At all. Nothing wrong with it. Because it could be the most positive thing ever. Truly. Truly. Okay, this one's done. Now we download the next stream. I am on January 8th right now. The January 8th stream is what I'm downloading next. Boom. There it goes. So, anyways, if you are new here and you don't understand how my live stream works, that's how it works. You say something, I get on a fucking topic, other people chime in with the topic alongside me, or have something to say about what I'm saying, and then that continues what I'm saying. Because once I've answered the initial question or comment, then I move on to what other people are saying if it's relevant. So that's just how it works. It's easy, it's natural, it's informative. You learn things from me, and that's how it is. I'm downloading the streams, I said, Eternal. I already said that a couple times when I said that I was downloading something. I never said I was actually downloading something at all. I said I'm downloading the stream. And then I said I'm downloading January 8th's stream. You'd be working against the definition, Chris. Like, I don't know what to tell you, but if you have an addiction to a positive thing, well, it's kind of in the sentence, isn't it? A good habit? No, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. A habit can also be an addiction. Do you know when somebody is smoking and you tell them, you have a bad habit? Well, a habit is crossing into the same definitional space as addiction. So you may just want to open up your sphere of understanding of the word addiction, because once again, there is not inherently a negative connotation attached to the word addiction. That's not how it works, and we defined it in the stream. If you smoke, it's a bad habit. Guess what? It's also an addiction. If you're addicted to exercise, great, good. Could be good, could be bad. But you have a habit of exercising. And it could be a good habit or it could be a bad habit. It just depends on how addicted to it you are. Because once again, there's varying degrees of addiction too. There really truly is. Hey, Katie. There we go, Katie. Very good. I didn't notice that. I don't know what you look like, but that's cool that you noticed that. Interesting observation. I'm doing great. How are you? Thanks for the finger heart times 20, Shauna. I am hungry. Yeah, I am. There's no inherent meaning of life, Chris. I'm sorry to break it to you, but there is none. We all contrive our own meaning in life, and there is no the meaning of life. You make your meaning. So I can't answer that. I can only answer what I just answered. Yes, I already said that, Chris. That we make our own meaning. Yes. That's awesome, Katie. Good for you. Good for you. Getting rid of them. If you have a toxic relationship or a toxic ex, then you definitely should get rid of them, you know? Protect your own happiness. Protect your mental health. Yeah, I mean, I wish I could. I wish I could, Remy. That would be helpful for you, and it would be even more helpful for me to get rid of some of it. I could definitely stand to lose some of it, and you could stand to gain some of it. So yeah. Yeah. To get rid of somebody for your own happiness and mental health because you're constantly upset or sad or angry or arguing or whatever it might be, you know, is one of the most intelligent self-care things you can do. And also, you need to realize that you only have a very, very limited time on the face of the planet. Like, you only have a very short time to exist. And if the person that you're with isn't adding to your happiness and isn't contributing to your life in a positive way, then you are absolutely insane for staying with them. There is no way around that. There is no objection to that. It is not objectionable. You are insane. Get rid of them now and enjoy the maybe on average 70 to very unlikely 100 spring, summer, winters, and fall that you get to have on the face of the planet. Because that's all you get. Do you want every single one of those to be fucking miserable? It's a rhetorical question. Of course you fucking don't. Unless you're a masochist, in which case you would be getting pleasure out of that pain. So even then, inherently, it wouldn't be pain and frustration. It would actually just be happiness. So, whatever you define as happiness and positive contribution, then you can just strive for that. But you know when you're not happy for an extended period of time. You do. Yep. And when you get out of a relationship where you were with them for 9 years and you've been completely unhappy and miserable for the past 5 years of those 9 years, and you break up with them, and then you realize, I just wasted 5 years of my life. Like, that is the most awful feeling. And hopefully it only takes someone one time to go through that until you realize that you're never going to do that to yourself again. Yeah, I have a video coming, Katie, about why that is the case, the science behind that. Why things feel faster. Because I talked about it during a stream, so I'll be publishing that stream clip. Yeah, Remy, I have a video coming on that. A stream clip when somebody had mentioned that. So, Remy, you just sent your 500th comment in the live stream. Very good work. Killing it. Absolutely killing it. Good job. Congratulations. Zoe has her 400 minutes in this stream badge. That's very good. She just sent those over. Yeah, Chris, but I didn't say that at all. I wasn't talking about that at all. I didn't say that everything should always be good all of the time. I said that everything shouldn't be bad all of the time due to your partner, which is not forced upon you. You can get rid of your partner. Like nobody is saying I have a regular relationship where we sometimes argue, sometimes have disagreements, sometimes things are rough, sometimes things are bad, every once in a while, you know how it is, but that's a normal one. No one's going to come here and say I have a terrible relationship because things are good most of the time, but sometimes they're bad. I would say, what? That's just a regular relationship, sir or ma'am. But yes, Chris, I mean, that is very true. That is a very nice aphorism that you've thrown at us that, you can't appreciate the good if everything's always good. Yes, that is a, nice pithy statement, but that is not what I was saying, if that's what you're trying to say, anyway. Welcome back, Zoe. How to get rid of someone that doesn't bring you happiness? Is it a relationship? Is this a, somebody that you are, romantically involved with? Or what is it? Because if it's family, it's going to be a different answer. It's going to be a different answer. Zoe, thank you for sharing the stream so many times. We love it. Sclater, thank you very much, and I really appreciate that, and thanks for the follow. Welcome to the community. Shauna, love those stickers, 100%. Yeah, that's great. That's great, Katie. That's great. You do need to find that. Exactly, you do. Harling, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the community. It's a relationship, then it's pretty easy. You just break up with them. That's how you get rid of somebody that doesn't bring you happiness from a relationship perspective. Now, again, if it's sometimes you have a disagreement, you sometimes have a little argument, you sometimes, that's just normalcy. But it is, it's not normal. It's just okay. That's how it is. You can't always just have perfect sunshines and rainbows, in a relationship. But when it comes to you're looking at yourself and you're realizing I'm constantly anxious or upset or just generally unhappy, then, and it's been going on for long enough where you realize this isn't going to change. This person and I are the diametrical opposite, then you need to get out of there. And, that's just how it is. And you could also do some work, and if you really do the deep thinking, then you could come to the conclusion that it's on you and you're actually the problem. And okay, now do with that what you will. Because if you're saying this is something that really bothers my partner, so it creates this absolute concatenation of negative effects in our relationship, then you kind of have to just think to yourself, is this something that I can change? Is this something that I want to change? Or is this something that I can't change at all about me? And in that case, if you can change it and you're the problem, then do the work and try and change it and let your partner know, hey, I realize that I'm actually the cause of this. I'm doing something wrong here and I'm going to work my best to, remedy this. It's not irremediable. It's not. If you come to the conclusion that this is something I can change, but you have to kind of do that introspection and come to that conclusion first. So there's your answer. I mean, it's not as simple as just dump them and move on, because if you really want to fight for that relationship, you could see if it's you, and if it's not you, then you could talk to your partner about what's bothering you about them and see how they react to them changing themselves and fixing themselves, because maybe they would be interested in doing that if you matter to them. So it's not super cut and dry, but there's a few avenues for you to walk down if you want to do that work, or if you don't want to do that work and you just kind of are done. I am going to say, Katie, because I've seen you say it 3 times now, that I only answer DMs for my super fans here on TikTok. Otherwise, I'd be answering DMs all day. I wouldn't have any time to do anything, and I wouldn't be able to stream because I'd just be shooting DMs back and forth with people. The stream is where I can connect with all of you guys at once, engage with you, connect with you, and do everything that we do here. But for my super fans, I do really, really try to, when you guys shoot me a little something, I try my best to respond to it within a reasonable amount of time. Of course you didn't know that, Katie. That's why I was letting you know, because you're brand new. So of course you're not going to know that. And there's nothing wrong with that. Yep, family. Sometimes you got to cut out family, because again, like, there is a difference between relationships and family. Family's a lot harder to cut out, but you can cut them out. It's totally possible. It's totally doable. And there's, if it's going to end up having a positive effect on your life, then you do need to do that for yourself. You really do. I missed something from Katie here. I've helped you greatly. Well, that's great, Katie. I'm glad to hear that. And yes, Chris, I did agree with you by what I was saying before, but I will just go back and respond to your comment in specific and just say that yes, sometimes you are the reason why you're unhappy. Sometimes you are the reason for the negative things that occur in your life, like 100%. So yeah, I have to be cognizant of that too. And that's exactly right, Remy. Thank you for saying that, because you are exactly right that if you need more people who make you happy and give you a positive atmosphere and a place where you can speak, be heard, and just have a nice community of people that are here for you or just there to talk to, then you are in the right space for that. And I appreciate you speaking to that, Remy. Thank you for the 2026 times 100, Shauna. Incredible. And the mermaid times 100. And the paper crane. The amazing paper crane. Thank you so much, Shauna. Killing it. Hey, Luke, what's going on? Taylor, thanks for the follow. Richie, thanks for the follow. You're very welcome, Destiny. Thank you for addressing me properly. Tip of the beanie to you. Chris says it's hard to sit down and be honest with yourself. Yes, it is. Can be. It can be. Thanks for the heart, me, Zoe. So yeah. %. We're getting there. We are getting there. I'll let the community answer how old I am for me. I'm not dating anyone. I'm from the United States. That's good, Shauna. I'm glad that you have been focusing on yourself. Because, yeah, when you're single, you are really able to learn what makes you happy in a vacuum, more or less. Because some people who are less, dominant in the relationship, they actually tend to, imprint their partner onto themselves, and they become like a facsimile of their partner in terms of like, oh yeah, like, you never liked video games before your partner, but now you do. And like some of those things are cool and fine, and you like them because your partner does, and you also just do genuinely like them, and your partner can expose you to things that you never knew before and you enjoy. But also, you need that beautiful aspect of just seeking things out yourself in a vacuum, aside from the relationship, and learning about what you gravitate toward naturally, without nearly as much external influence. Thank you, Shauna, for answering my age for me. Remy says, Your Majesty, as much as I adore you, I'm fighting to hold my eyes open. Sounds good. Remy, you may have to calm it indeed. I understand. Thank you for answering for me, Remy. Hello to you too, Luke. I mean, all you do is come in here and then leave, so it's not a big deal that you haven't seen me in a while. You just come in here to say hello and then you're gone. That's awesome. Katie, very good. Thank you for answering for me. Zoe. Yeah, Remy, I didn't understand why you said calm, but I just played along with it because I felt like it. But yeah, you can call it if you need. I mean, it's after 3 a.m. On, I believe, your side of the world too. So, I don't know. I mean, if that's what you need to do, that's what you need to do. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I know it's 3:16 a.m. there for you, Katie, because you just told me where you're from. But I couldn't exactly remember. No. Remy, it's an hour earlier for you because you're in Texas. You're in Texas, Remy. I remember now. You're in Texas, so you're in Central Time, so it's 2:17 a.m. for you right now. I knew it! I knew it. You just sent the message after I said it, and I fucking knew it, baby. That stream is done. Next stream to download. Next stream to download is January 9th. Boom! Go! Thanks, Zoe. I appreciate that. I'm glad you think so. I can almost, yeah, I was thinking about this earlier, and we definitely need somebody that's going to take Rena's place in terms of a TikTok profile that's going to post clips and edits from the stream. Like, I make my own, but there needs to be like a fan account dedicated to this as well, like Rena always did, but she doesn't do it. She's not here, and she is on the complete opposite time zone as the rest of us. So that's going to need to happen at some point, and at some point we will inherit a not inherit, we'll acquire a new member of the community that is dedicated enough to do something like that. And I hope that happens, because I really always loved what Rena was doing with that. And it helps the community immensely. So that's nice, Luke. I'm glad you'd like to stay longer. There you go, Katie. That's a good move. That's a good move. Yeah, well, you got to be an integral part of the community first. You actually have to be, yeah, you actually have to be like proven that you're here. But to be fair, you don't, right? Like, you can do whatever the fuck you want. You can actually do whatever you want. Like, no one's stopping you. No one's stopping you from screen recording the stream, or like, if I'm pretty sure that if you're like a gifter in the stream, you automatically get like raw recordings of the stream and things like that. So there is nothing stopping any of you from doing exactly that. Like, you don't need my permission. I've always said I love these things, and like, it's not like you have been assigned your profession, your job, and that's what you're going to do. Nobody else can do it. Like, ultimately, it'd be great if everybody could do it in their own way, their favorite parts, their favorite aspects, in their little editing style. But again, it doesn't have to be some hardcore edit. It can just be a clip from the stream that you then, boom. You can get creative with it. You can add music to it, whatever the fuck you want, but it doesn't have to be some in-depth thing. It's just, if you want to do that, do it. But my point of saying it was that I miss seeing that. I do. And I know that there is a general yearning from the community for it, because most of the community does always loved them and always really, really enjoyed them. And now that they're still there. I sent you guys the link in the Discord, but now that they're not being produced anymore since a couple months ago, or however long it's been, like, it's a problem, because people miss it. Do you think that just because you're not here on certain days that you... Number one, what is the point of making accounts with my name in it if you're not posting clips of my content in it? That's number one. I don't understand that at all. So you're going to have an account with 0 followers, no posts, and you're just taking my name from somebody else that could use that variation of my name to do constructive things with it. Like, okay, like, whatever. You have the right to do that, but it doesn't make any sense. Number two, do you have to be here every single day to clip the stream, your favorite parts of it, and post them? Is that your intuition on your barrier to entry with it? Like, I don't understand either, Luke. I really don't. So, yeah. It doesn't make all that much sense to me if you say, I'm not here very often, so I can't clip certain parts of the streams that I enjoy during the streams that I am here during. Like, because again, this isn't a job that you're given that now that you're doing it, Shauna can't do it. Shauna was, interested and thought that that'd be cool to do. But now Shauna can't do it because Zoe's doing it. No, that's not how it goes. Like, if all you guys did that, it'd be incredible. In your own special way, in your own editing style, in your own, whether you edit it or you don't, whether you add music to it or you don't, it doesn't matter. You know, I would love for each and every one of you to do things like that. Just make sure you tag me in it. That's all that matters. You know, you give credit to the original person and help the person that's watching or enjoying the content that you've posted that you're benefiting from by getting the views on it. Like, at least help them find the stream by tagging me in it. Boom. There you go. It's like, it's better than fan art too, because it has reach. It has reach. You know, you can just change the username on accounts, Zoe. But number 2, your reaction was a little bit over the top. Kind of like a, you know what I mean? Like when somebody like gets genuinely offended and then like deletes everything. When somebody like, you know, like when you're in a relationship and they're like, fine, I'll just delete all of my social medias. Like, no, that's not what I was saying. I just didn't like want you to do that one thing. Like you don't have to delete all your fucking accounts that you made. I was just answering your comment of, I'm not doing this because the accounts that I made with your name in it are not supposed to have videos on them. So I'm asking you a genuine question. What is the point? Genuinely. I don't understand it because no one's ever going to see them other than me. And they're not doing anything. They're not. Like, if you have an account, like you do, by the way, you have an account called, like, Jackson Downer is the best. You have another one called Jackson Downer is awesome. Like, things like that. Those are perfect accounts to be... And by the way, Zoe, you do screen record the streams. Like, you say, I can't do that. I'm never here anymore, blah, blah, blah. But you are, and you are screen recording the streams. You posted them before. You do this. And so... what is stopping you from on your Jackson Downer is awesome account posting whatever you have screen recorded for the rest of the community to see and myself? You know, like I don't. So my point was just to respond to your comment that was very, like, it was just kind of self-deprecating, saying like, 'cause I'm not here like every single hour of every day of every minute of every month of the week, every month of the year, every day of the week, I can't do this. Well, yes, you can. And anyone can. Bia, hello, welcome. Just me, thanks for the follow. Thank you, Luke. It is a good mug. It's a great mug, indeed. It's actually a great mug, and I love it. It was a gift. It was a gift. And it is a beautiful gift because I love it. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'm putting in a lot of work to also get together a lot more stream clips for you guys, and like I said, I'm getting all the full stream archives of the TikTok streams and getting those out on the full stream archive channel and stuff like that. So yeah, well, I'm very careful about what I say, Zoe. I'm very careful. I'm not your family. I'm Jackson. You know who I am. Even though you're not here every day of the week. You know who I am. And you're used to me, also. And you know how I am. So, you cannot... I mean, I get it. I understand the what you're saying and everything, but you can't extrapolate your family's logic and, you know, relational modalities onto everyone you meet. Because you know that when you're in a different context, like you're in the context of speaking with Jackson in the live stream, or you're with your friends or whatever, like, you know, they're all different people. You know, that's why, like, when you're with your friends, you're more apt to, like, say swear words, or, you know, talk about relationships or things like that. And with other people, you know, like when you're speaking to your parents, you may not speak about those same things, because we all psychologically have context dependent mindsets, and a set of, you know, we all have our own lexicon that we use with these people in our lives versus these people in our lives. You wouldn't, like, walk up, like, in most cases, you wouldn't walk up to your university professor and be like, what the fuck's up, bitch? What's going on? But you might say that to your friends, and they would probably understand that you were joking, or, like, you know what I mean? So, you know, it's all context dependent. And I always say this too when it comes to relationships too, going back to relationships, that, well, first off, thank you, Sasha. I appreciate that. What I was going to say, though, was in the context of relationships, you also can't do that. You're going to set yourself up to fail if you cannot discern the fact that people are different from other people. So you had a relationship prior where they cheated on you. Awful. Terrible. It has taken away from your ability to trust people. It has, and it will, right? It's going to. But you find a new person. You really like them. Maybe you're on your way to loving them. Who knows? But here's the deal. If you make the mistake of treating that same person, if you make the mistake of treating that person like they are the person that you were dating before, you've just shot yourself in the foot. It's not a good thing. You don't want to do that, because you need to understand that nobody is the same. Nobody is the same. And so, you know, the person that you're talking to, you need to afford them at least some level of trust, some level of respect, because it is very easy in our flawed human brains to imprint our previous notions of what a man or a woman in a relationship is, according to our previous relationship that didn't work out. And that is the worst thing to do. It's the worst thing to do. And obviously negative experiences stay with us a lot stronger and harder. And there's very good reasons for that psychologically, but you have to try your best to discount those things. Learn from the lessons, understand the red flags and the warning signs, but don't shoot yourself in the foot before things can come to fruition in any meaningful way. XNT, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the community. O4RSC, thank you. I really appreciate that. Good night to you, Zoe. Wording is very important, Ken, because I don't want to get tripped up on shit. I don't want to get tripped up and called out on something, and then I have to be like, oh yeah, I was really reckless with my speech there. Speech is the most important thing that we have. Speech is one of the most words and speech, and really good rhetorical speech is extremely powerful, and it's easy, very easy to take it for granted and not really value it as much as we should. But it's super powerful. And so, you know, people that speak well and speak powerfully, but are also very careful about what they say and are very pointed in their speech, and that is a very good thing. And you don't want to just be recklessly speaking. So that's why I just really try to be careful with my speech. It's not that I'm being careful, it's just that I'm being direct to the point of what I'm talking about. Thanks, Shauna, and you're very welcome. I'm sorry, Bia. That's too bad that your heart's frozen. I'm assuming that you mean metaphorically, because if we were talking in a literal sense, you would not be alive, and you would not be messaging me on the TikTok stream. Just to state the obvious, I know you're speaking to me metaphorically. And that can happen. You know. Sometimes when you are in that situation where you feel like your heart is metaphorically frozen, well, that just means you need more time to be single and to relearn to love yourself and relearn to trust other people, whatever it might be. Oh, what is Zep bound for, Katie? Thank you, XNT. Appreciate that very much. Yeah, that's great that you were here for a while, Luke. Have a great night. Yeah, I would need to understand what this prescription sort of medication is even for, number one. But weight loss, gotcha. Well, if you can actually directly attribute and correlate the alopecia or nascence of alopecia to this prescription drug with a degree of certainty, then you could stop. Do you want to stay on a weight loss drug forever? Probably not. I don't think that's good for you. I don't think it's healthy. Now, to be fair, like again, if you were to say that prescription drug was, like let's say somebody is on levothyroxine because they had half of their thyroid removed. Well, you literally need that to function properly. But there are other things that are different. You could stand to not take them. So the answer is, Katie, can you wait until February? Yes, obviously you can. You just said that you could. And you just said that it's not that long of a time until you're off of it. So I think you've answered your own question there, that you've had a little bit of hair loss from this, okay, but you're almost done taking it, And hopefully there will be a rebound to the Zepbound, and you'll start to, unless the hair follicles are dead, in which case that's going to be really difficult to regrow the hair. So are you okay with, maybe having a few more dead follicles until February? Sounds like you are, so there's your answer. Just stop doing that compound once you hit February or your goal weight or whatever, and then you'll be good to go from there. Lil, thanks for the follow. Hello to you too. Indeed, Shauna. Those streams will be uploaded very shortly. Tomorrow, actually. Tomorrow. I'll have all the previous month's TikTok streams on the Stream Archive channel. And then clips from all of those also available. So, that'll be good. And then you can indeed. If anybody says, oh, sorry I missed the stream, blah, blah, blah. It's like, okay, go watch it. If you want, if you really, wanted to be a part of the stream and you have like a 1 hour car ride to work, well, guess what? During your 1 hour car ride, you could listen to essentially what a lot of you guys call the podcast, because a lot of you guys are just here listening. You're not in the chat. You're just here to listen to what I have to say, what I have to advise, what I have to teach, whatever it might be. And that's amazing. I love you guys for it. I love all you guys that do that, as well as the people that are in the chat and directly supporting, and all those things. So they will be there for you, which is a great thing. So Amy says, he told me he was going to think he told me he was going to think about being with me on Thursday. I haven't heard from him. What do I do? Well, if he hasn't... Here's the first thing, actually. Let's just back up a second. If somebody has to tell you that they need to think about being with you, I think that is a blow to your value in general. If someone is telling you, I don't know, I need to think about it. Like, I don't really know if I want to be with you. But you're ready to be with them, and this is just kind of it for you. You either want to be with me or you don't. Then the situation is, no, like, okay, I don't want to be with somebody that needs to like take 6 days to think about if they want to be with me, because we're probably at a point where we've been talking for months or whatever it might be. We've gone on this many dates and I'm ready. And if you're ready for that answer, but they need to like think about it, then in a lot of cases, you're probably just going to want to not worry about that person anymore to begin with. Obviously, they haven't responded to you, number one. So they've thought about it, and whatever they came up with as a conclusion isn't anything meaningful or important enough to respond to you. So that's a huge hit to your value and your self-worth. Fuck that person. That's what I would say. That's what I would do. But I'm somebody that does know my value, and I would never let somebody treat me that way. But also, of course, like, if I'm saying to somebody, like, if I'm putting somebody in the position where they need to kind of define what they are to me or with me, like, am I with him or am I not with him? I know that based on all of our prior communication, the amount of time that we've been talking, every variable that goes into this, the end of this equation, like, it is more than fair. Like, I'm not just talking to somebody for a week and then pulling some shit like that. So again, Amy, there are a lot of variables that I am not aware of, I'm not privy to, so I can't answer with 100 degree of certainty or accuracy here. But I can give some advice with, a couple of different, if A equals B, then here's, this particular answer or option. If A equals C, then here's this particular option. But I can't give you every possible solution to every possible eventuality, essentially. So I try my best with what I'm given. That's a hard question to answer based on what I just said. Jennifer, thanks for the follow. Thank you for the journal, Bia. Really appreciate that. Amazing. LG, if you don't like the stream or what I'm talking about, like, nobody's forcing you to be here. Like, you don't have to try and, like, troll farm here. I'm not going to really give you the time of day of, like, getting in an argument or getting upset. Like, there's plenty of people that aren't going to like my stream. There's many people that aren't going to like it. They just don't attend the stream. And that's good, because I don't want people in the stream that don't like it or don't want to be a part of it. You know what I mean? But if you have to sit in here and try and, like, spread negativity or make other people feel stupid for trying to learn things or get good advice on things after you've been in here for a 5-second sample size of the stream, then that's more of a reflection on your intellectual and cognitive abilities, to be totally honest with you. Yeah, I mean, it could be, Katie. It could. I don't really know. I just don't know. Thank you so much, Shauna. Yeah, I mean, I have videos on hair care and things like that, but what I always say with hair care is, don't shampoo, wash your hair too often. Don't strip it of its natural oils too often. Use as natural products as possible. Those are kind of the golden rules. Now, if you want more in depth, you can find stream highlights or things like that that will be a bit more explicit about the details. But yeah, those are kind of the two big golden rules that I'll always say. Francielle, thank you for the follow. Ola, Oani, Jennifer, hello. Someone, thanks for the follow. Much love to you too, Shauna. David, thanks for the follow. Francielle says, what's your favorite band? I don't really have one in particular. I really don't. I wish I could answer that question. I always have wished that I could answer that question. If I want to be, like, kind of coy, I would say me, because I'm a musician, I'm an artist, I make my own music, so I'll just say Jackson Downer is my favorite artist, because I really don't have a favorite artist. And what artist I'm listening to or what genre I'm listening to changes. It's a pretty cyclical process for me. I don't listen to only this genre. I don't listen to only this artist or anything like that. So it's perpetually changing. But great question. Thank you for the question, Francio. And thank you, Shauna. I love that. Thanks for liking the live, Ken and Shauna and Francio. Amazing. I think the next stream actually downloaded. It did. All right. What are we on now? We're on yesterday's. After this one downloads, I've got them all done. Then I can upload them to YouTube and get them out. So the longest part of the process is done, honestly. The YouTube upload process is a lot quicker. Boom. So now that's downloading. Good. Oh, wow. That went instantly. I did, Cheyenne. I did, unfortunately. I think that's a Step Brothers reference, isn't it? Yeah, it definitely is. Good reference. Woohoo, indeed, Shauna. Where can you watch the streams? It's gonna be on YouTube. Jackson Downer TV is the YouTube channel. Jackson Downer is my main channel. Jackson Downer Clips is the Clips channel, and then Jackson Downer TV is the full stream archive. So you watch the full streams unedited on Jackson Downer TV. But the past month's TikTok streams are not on there yet. As of tomorrow, they will be there. So what I'd recommend is to just subscribe to Jackson Downer TV YouTube channel, and all of them. Jackson Downer Clips, Jackson Downer, and Jackson Downer TV, Jackson Downer Gaming too. And once you do, then you're going to get notified when the most recent streams of the past month are up there. I'm always working on music. Exactly, Ken. Exactly, Shauna. Now, I don't know exactly when the next one's going to be out. I have to kind of get closer to finishing it. I mean, it's not going to be tomorrow. I can tell you when it's not going to be out, right? Like, I can tell you it's not going to be out tomorrow or the next day, or probably the next day after that. It probably won't be out this week, but now that the holidays, just the holiday insanity has come to its natural conclusion, I can resume the music creation process. It's very in-depth. It takes so many hours of my life. So I just gotta finish, because yeah, the song that's in the oven right now is like half done. It's all tracked. I just have to finish mixing and mastering. So, oh wow, that one's done too. Goody. That one's done too. So I guess we got all of them. Now. Very good. Julie, thanks for the follow. Shauna says, I'm so excited. I love your voice, and your music brings me so much joy and comfort. Thank you. I really do appreciate that very much. It means the world to me. Always love hearing that from you guys. I really do. That's incredibly important to me to know that. But yeah, it's coming soon. It's coming soon enough. It'll be here. It'll happen soon-ish. The holidays plugged my schedule up, messed me up. I mean, that's even why the streams have been so late, because the holidays threw me off my grind, threw me off my regular schedule. You have multiple days per week where you get home at like 10 o'clock and you still have everything that you need to do in your regular, like, just in your day. It doesn't allow you to, like, it doesn't allow me to start the stream super early in that case. So that is what it is. But we're getting back to the grind soon. I love that, Shauna. Spreading the good word. Spreading the good word. Indeed. Yeah. I had somebody send me a message just the other day who lives in Mexico, and they were telling me that they were just like walking by somewhere and they heard one of my songs playing. Like, that shit happens all the fucking time. And I love to hear those things. I love to hear those stories. And again, like, it could have been, it could have been your doing. You could have been the person that spread the word to the person that spread the person that spread the word. And that chain reaction continues on. So that's a really beautiful thing. And you don't understand just how, it's hard to understand just how powerful, sharing and recommending and spreading the word like that can be for anything, positive or negative, to be honest. So Yes, that is a great epic playlist. It is. Arguably the best playlist you could possibly have, so. Yep, I think I got all the streams downloaded. That's great. So tomorrow it'll just be finalizing the uploads. Beautiful. Mm-hmm. Self-talk is a good one, but all of them are good ones. I would say all of them are a must. Definitely listen to all. That doesn't make any fucking sense at all. That sounds like just I don't even understand what that means. Do you really think that, like, let's just get like sort of abstract here, just because you look a certain way, whether it's attractive or unattractive, and again, being attractive or unattractive there's some degree of subjectivity in that to begin with. But number two, if you think that just because someone looks a certain way, that anyone else that they associate with is going to look the exact same way, you are stupid. You are an inane human being. That is absolutely ridiculous. So they're operating on completely flawed logic to even say that, which I'm sure they understand that and understood that, and they were just being genuinely awful people. So, it's good that you shared that and let people know that they're genuinely awful people. Now, there are plenty of genuinely awful people that have genuinely good music or genuinely good ideas. You can separate the art from the artist in many cases. I mean, you can do that. It's up to you whether you want to or not. But it's good that you at least shared that, because for the people that don't want to separate the two, it's good for them to know. Because some people really do, for a lot of people, it matters that the artist that they like also, maybe shares the same ideals and values, or maybe they really care that the artist is a good person in general, just a generally good person. And that's perfectly fine. I think that there's good reason for that. Liza, thanks for the 2026. First gift ever in the stream. Thank you so much, Liza. Killer. Yeah, like I really don't do that too often. I don't like look into whatever artist that I am interested in. I'm not like, I really like this artist, so let me go like learn about their personal life and evaluate their character and then base my enjoyment of their music on that. That's not me. But if that's you, then that's great and that's fine and that's totally valid. Good for you, It's just not how I am personally. Yeah, it just makes absolutely no sense, Ken. Exactly. Like, you should be glad that anyone likes whatever you're doing. But if you feel like you want to tailor what you're doing to a certain, like, well, this person likes what I'm doing, but they look a way that I don't like, you're shooting yourself in the foot in some of the most meaningful ways. No matter what kind of medium your art falls within, whether you're a painter or you're a musician or you do dance or whatever it might be, you start alienating people that enjoy what you do, especially based on the way that they look in any way, shape, or form. And you are going down a very slippery slope, and that's a pretty quick way to alienate a lot of people. And it also is completely illogical in like every way. You cannot like the way people look, but who cares what people look like when it comes to people that are fans of what you're doing? Matthew, thanks for the Heart Puff ×3 and the Mermaid ×9. And welcome back, by the way. Yes, indeed. You did find me as a person first. That is very true. Isaac, thank you for the Rose ×36. And Shauna, thank you for the 2026 ×100. And Shauna, thank you for the Mermaid ×111. 111. Yeah, I get that. I used to do that a lot more, to be fair. When I was like super into consuming music and I was going through like very formative years of my life, and like I just loved listening to music. Very different from how I am now. All of those things that I just said about myself then are very different from how I am now. But with those things being true, back then, I did, absolutely. I would watch interviews, because I back then I could have answered you on like who my favorite artists are and things like that, and I would go and I would watch interviews and I'd watch all the music videos and I'd see if there were any vlogs, like anything I could possibly find, because I would really hope and want to like connect with them as a person in addition to the music. So again, that's why I say I understand it, because I really actually do understand it from personal experience, but also that it's just fine and just as valid to operate that way. Whereas now I don't care. I don't care at all. I'm just going to listen to your work and your art. And if I like it, then that's all that matters to me. I don't really care who you are, to be honest. Thank you for the Mermaid. Again, Shauna, I did already say that, though. Thank you for the 2026 ×19 and the 2026 ×80 and the Mermaid ×80 as well, Shauna. Killing it. Absolutely amazing. Yeah, so it just crossed into the 4 a.m. threshold for me over here on this side of the world, so I'm going to take off, guys, with it being so late. But we've been live, for like 2 hours, so that's pretty fucking solid. I love you all very much. Shauna, thank you for the double firework ×5. Thank you all who supported the stream tonight. Thank you for all of the new people that have come through and joined up into the community. Thank you for all who have shared, reposted, liked the stream. We're almost at 50K. It's too bad we couldn't cross that threshold, but we'll get it tomorrow. Anyways, as of tomorrow, the full stream archives of the TikTok streams will be back, and they will be here. So if you ever miss a stream, they'll be there. Subscribe to those channels, and you'll see once they go live. We were very close, Shauna. So, thank you for addressing me so very properly, Destiny. I really appreciate that. Good night to you, too. Good night to all of you. I will see you all tomorrow. We will get into some more lovely topics. You will learn some more things. And you will be advised on situations and topics that you request. and we'll just have general conversation, as we always do. Much love to you all. See you tomorrow. Mwah. Love you.